her up because I really needed a job. Again, I'm a model. I'm also a singer. I'm an actress. You know, I worked my way up to this. Like, this isn't something that happened overnight. So, you know, like I said, my grandmother, you know, I watched my grandmother struggle, you know what I'm saying, trying to take care of kids and, you know, things like that. And I raised a lot of my nieces and my nephews. And, you know, so when she sent the post, I'm like, well, you need help. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I can do. Like, so let me help you. So when I reached out to her, I'm just like, you know, what's up? Like, you know, these are my credentials. You know, I've been doing this for a few years. And it was just like, no, I'm not letting a pretty woman into my house. Like, just because I look good.
Well, to be clear, I did not even respond to the post. So let's be clear.
But she heard the show on Tuesday.
That's great.
I heard the shade.
So here's the thing. You are very beautiful.
You don't have to clap your hands.
No, you don't get to tell me what I get to do today. The two of y'all can kiss my ass. For real. Kiss my ass. The two of y'all have no idea. Sweetheart, I'm not gonna make this about you. Because
you're not gonna flip this on us because it is about her.
You can be quiet for a second.
Speak to her.
Because I'm talking.
Go ahead.
Okay? I'm not gonna make this about you, baby girl, because this is not. But what I do with my household and what I choose to do with my household is nobody's concern.
Right.
And what I choose to bring up to my co-host and to the world, I did not use your name. I did not do anything.
Because you put it out there. So now that you put it out there, we have to address it.
And just to be clear, I never said it was you, and I never responded to you. So your ego made you think that you were the only pretty girl that slid in my DMs, sweetheart.
No, it's not just my ego. You know what I'm saying? And even if I'm not the only pretty girl, let me state on National Women's Day that I will speak up for all the pretty girls that stepped in your DMs because you feel like, no, you're not going to hire a pretty girl because of your insecurities. So let's get that straight this morning.
This is what I'm talking about. This is ambush.
I'm not calling a spade a spade. You be calling a spade a spade.
I'm not even going to address her because this isn't about her. This is about you, and this is about you.
You're trying to make it about us.
You're going to be quiet and you're going to listen. On International Women's Day, I'm going to ask you to be quiet. This is what's going to happen. You do not ambush your co-host. You do not do that because one thing, I am not insecure, okay? I have been cheated on. I have been very open and vocal about my stuff. But I get to decide what happens in my household, okay? My daddy slept with a babysitter, so I know my situation. You're beautiful, and that's great. You can be your model, singing ass, do all that stuff. But you are not. I get to pick who is around my children and who is around my man. And no, you will not be.
Right, and that's understandable, but the comments that you made was disrespectful.
No, they weren't. I said you're beautiful and you appear to be smart. That is complimenting you. I said, but I don't want you in my household. I get to decide what happens in my household.
So why don't you want me there is the real question.
I don't have to answer to you.
You big
I don't have to answer to you. And I definitely don't have to answer to you because you're ambushing me live on the radio. Sure. You better stop waving your hand like that because all of y'all, this is a setup and y'all ain't nothing. You lucky I can't swear on the radio. You lucky I can't swear on the radio because y'all ain't nothing. And on my life, this will be my last day of work with you ambushing ass, negative ass.
Now, hold on. So now, let me get this right. Let me get this right. I allowed you to talk. I've been quiet for now 5 minutes.
You allowed me to be set up. Yeah, you allowed me to be set up, Quicksilver.
So now, with that being said, this young lady, because now you're making this about Quicksilver 5, and you're making this about us.
Like this ain't about her.
No, but this is about us.
This is. I allowed you to talk, Danny.
You allowed me to talk. Thank you for allowing me to talk.
Now you've been. It's not about a sexist.
Thank you, Quicksilver.
Okay, now she's trying to be sarcastic.
No, because now I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Because in conversations you converse by going back and forth. If Danny only talks, it's no longer a conversation. It's now Danny being diplomatic and being diplomatic, and now you're being Danny, you're allowed to speak. Now, Quicksilver in 5'9", and the young lady who's here, she's allowed to speak.
Who's hurt? Well. She's genuinely hurt.
So now,
no, I really am, and I feel some type of way because it's not just about me. Like I said, I'm trying to be the voice for all the pretty chicks, like I said, that stepped in your DMs. Like, I just think you jealous, like, for real.
Of what?
What do you mean?
Of what?
What do you mean?
What am I jealous of?
Because you're pretty too, and you're hating on another pretty young woman.
You're disrespectful.
Young woman.
I'm jealous?
I'm disrespectful.
Y'all gonna let a woman come in here talking about I'm insecure and I'm jealous? No.
Listen, because you're
okay. No, I'm not gonna listen to something who don't know me talking about I'm jealous
when she wasn't here,
are you out your damn mind?
When she wasn't here to defend herself,
yes,
you wanted the smoke.
And simply,
now
You haven't had that same energy now that I'm here. I ain't even had that same energy now that I'm here.
Time out. We all can't talk at the same time. And it's not no, Danny, you be quiet for 30 seconds because I'm allowed you to talk.
No,
so at this point, the young lady simply said this. And this is what we say on the air. And when all the callers, I'm going to make this very clear. This is not Quick and 5 ambushing Danny. This is to all the callers. Okay. So let me say this again so I can make sure I'm verbatim. This is not just about Danny. So Danny can't say again, Quick Silver is about Danny. Listen, this is not just about Danni Starr. I know Danni Starr. Hold on. She wants to make it about Danni Starr. The conversation is more about discrimination.
Right. That show went how it went. And everybody was fine with that show. We had everybody. Right. So I want to make this clear. It's not just about Danny. A lot of listeners start calling and saying, hell no, we won't go. Absolutely not. Right. You're not. And the metaphor that Danny used, you're not going to bring a piece of steak around a line because the line might get tempted. Right. And then we were using the analogy that your granny always said, don't allow a man to be a man or being your man, because now if you bring this pretty young lady around your man, he might have to choose between being a man and your man. Right. These are all things that we all agreed upon. Somewhat. So me and 5 kept going back and forth saying, Danny, that's not right. Don't discriminate against a young lady simply because of her looks. In that, the same way we did Autumn, our producer, shout out, we got in contact because the girl hit us directly and said, you know what? I heard the show. I want to now come on the show and voice my opinion. At that moment, we should have, said, Danny, guess what? Remember when Autumn reached out and we decided? Right. Such and such reached out. Right. And now she wants to come on this show. We should have. And for that, I completely apologize because we did not. Right. We didn't give Danni Starr the option of saying, you know what? Quick 5, you know what? You're right. The same way Autumn was, everybody's so excited. Let's bring her on the show and let's get her voice and let's get her opinion to now figure out her side of the story. We did not do that. We should have. I apologize for that. We could have given her maybe a heads up. We could have. I absolutely apologize, and not that I need to give an excuse or reason, but the reasoning was when we do our show prep, we always say certain things, save it for the air. That young lady on the show. Right. We simply wanted to let her and allow her to say, you know what? A lot of us, because of our looks, we don't get certain things, because I've always heard the thing, pretty girls get the privilege. Right. So at this point, let us speak our piece, but hold on, I gotta ask you one. Baby here? Yes, baby.
Babe, that show was messy. I don't want to hear nothing. That was messy. I'm so disappointed in you. Like, to treat her like that today and allow somebody to be on here continuously for a fucking hour, that's not okay. So, if y'all want to rate it, if y'all want to be quiet, if y'all want ratings or whatever, like that, number one, it shouldn't have happened. Like, it shouldn't have happened. If y'all want it, that's not okay. That's not okay. Right. It's not okay. And this is not about Danny being insecure. Because what Trey Songz in there feeding me shit. If she don't want to my house, that's fine. If y'all wanted to bring a girl on the show, that's also fine. Let Danny know yesterday. Because you ain't say nothing.
Babe, listen, baby. I understand your anger and I understand Danny's anger. What's the difference between Danny so excited to bring Autumn on and now because it's on Danny?
Because that's not cold. I told you that show was messy.
Okay, baby.
And that's not okay. It's fine for kicks and giggles, and if Danny would have knew yesterday and Danny would have been, okay, bring her in yesterday or had time to prepare. Tell her somebody at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, somebody gonna be there at 7. That is a in the cat. If Danny would have slapped the hell out of her and out of y'all, I wouldn't have said.
Okay, baby.
If it was me, baby, I would have punched the hell out of this girl.
I'm glad you went up here, baby.
By 7:06.
My wife, Ashley, as you can see, she's not joking. So I definitely want to say once again, I apologize. I used a judgment call based off of how we do radio.
We used it. I apologize.
We used a judgment call. And listen, in radio, you don't want to let someone know because it's better when it's genuine. It's genuine. But in this instance, I shouldn't have thought radio. I should have thought personal feelings on how Danny would take this. So once again, Danni Starr, and to any other lady that we might have offended, we completely apologize. It's the fam in the morning.